remember when I was on the phone with Lou and Babs and Shanny on July 1st, talk about how bright the future is here, but at the same time the future is now, and these guys are going to blossom quickly.
Yeah, I think what sticks out would be the beginning of the year, just because it's so fresh. Everyone was new to the team, trying to learn the team concepts.
It was certainly different, a bit of a unique circumstance for training camp. I think we were all just excited with all the new youth we had and all the talent we had coming into the group, and obviously expectations outside of the team weren't that great. So we figured we'd just put our heads down and stick with the process.
From the first day, I think Mike told us that's the goal and that's where we want to be. So I think he got our minds around it, and from day one, that's what we were pushing for. And maybe not many people thought we would get that far, but I think with his determination and all the teammates we've had, it was a good combination.
He scored to the net, shot, he scores! Austin Matthews banks it off the post and in! 4 goals! The kid's on fire!
There was struggles early, and there's a lot of ups and downs that happen throughout the season, not only for the team, but individually.
I know it's getting repetitive, but did you feel like you had another, night possession-wise that you were able to create chances from your point of view in the game?
Yeah, kind of the same story, I guess. You guys might keep running the same thing the last 3 weeks.
As older players, I think as much as possible, you just try to come into the rink the next day and enjoy it, whether, you get blown out the night before.
Toffoli walking in, scores! Tyler Toffoli has scored. It's a pit and skate for the Leafs. The lights went out, but the skating continued.
Or, guys are struggling individually, going through slumps or whatnot.
Freddie, what's been the biggest challenge for you early in this
Freddie,
year?
what about the adjustment to a different team, a bigger market?
Has the learning curve coming to a new team been steeper than you expected?
How do you typically work through rough patches?
Kind of gets a little heavy for people. Being in the locker room with 23-year teammates should be a place of comfort and somewhere to enjoy being. And at the end of the day, we're all in it together. So if a guy's struggling individually, we all do our part to help one another. And in a lot of ways, when guys are having individual success, that's great for us as a team.
Here's Martin, he shoots, he scores!
With a 26-save shot on his second of the year.
Kadri with the steal, in, scores! Nazem Kadri with a game winner!
It's really nice to go through things with people that are in the exact same situation as you. There's a lot of young guys in the team still that are on their first few years in the NHL. You all kind of grow together, and it's exciting to be a part of it.
It is a young group in the room, and they're gonna, grow up together. Everyone seems to get along great, and we enjoy coming to the rink. We enjoy being with one another, and that's not going to change.
I think there was something symbolic in my mind at the Centennial Classic. While it was disappointing to have a 4-1 lead and lose it.
Gridlock in front of the net. Mantha scores! Just as the horn sounded, a buzzer beater.
I think the fact that in the next few minutes in preparing for overtime, that this group didn't succumb to the disappointment of that moment, but instead flipped it around.
Matthews across the line, dropping it back for Gardner. Passes in, that was deflected by backhand. Scores! Scores! Austin Matthews! Holy mackerel, what a performance!
It was almost like the hockey gods were teasing us and reminding us of how it could be, and then showing us how, as a group, we hope and intend to change that.
You know, it was a resilient win. It was a resilient group, very character-like win, and just shows the kind of guys that we have committed to the process in the dressing room.
I think we grew together. We grew confidence, which was big time, and we kind of understood that we had a good enough team to compete against anybody in the league on any given night.
You know the media and the speculation. Everyone started to look at matchups and who did you be playing in the first round, even though we were 40 games out. But for us, the closer it got and the more important the games got, it was just really motivating and exciting for people not to have much expectation coming into it and just being able to surprise everybody.
Busy day for the Maple Leafs, especially in the boardroom. They have acquired one Brian Boyle from the Tampa Bay Lightning.
And right after the trade deadline, we acquired some of the guys that we did. There's kind of a cool sense that, we're going forward and we're going to try and attack this head on. And we weren't bashful about our goals any longer. It was, we want to make the playoffs now.
I think they invigorated everyone. How could you not? They love to play the game. These young players want to be good. They'll pay the price that has to be. And we've got a coaching staff that each and every day comes with a positive attitude.
Race, Colton Sevier got a break. Sevier scores. And the Panthers' losing streak is done. And so too is a Leaf 3-game win streak.
If we didn't have that, you could not overcome playing a game like we did in Florida and the next night turn around and go out and play one of the better games on a most critical night.
Game 60 on is when you really see what you're made of as a hockey team, and I think we're among the league's best down that stretch.
Athanasiou is going to the bench. Now here's the chance for the Leafs. Marner scores! Mighty Mike Mitchell-Marner!
Swings it back, in comes Schmidt with a shot, scores! Nate Schmidt snaps it home. Late in the first period, Matthews works in for Komarov. Matthews knocked down. Black center the point, in shoot, scores! Power play goal for Braden Point. Braden Point, in shoot, scores!
When you're sliding, it seems like you're playing your best and you can't seem to catch a bounce or win a game. There was a sense of urgency to obviously close it out and clinch a playoff spot, but there wasn't a sense of panic or anxiousness. It was just go out and play your game. And the game we actually won against Pittsburgh, we came from behind and ended up being a pretty resilient win.
Back to the point, working there, Hunwick with a shot, and that's off the mark line. Yeah, another shot, goal! A rig shot from Jake Gardner! Deflected by Connor Brown!
I think that might be the biggest one. That's something I'll remember for a long time. It really felt like the roof was going to come down. And we do have the best fans in hockey, and it's really nice for them to have something to be excited about.
Marner back to Bozak, to front of the net, that Reeves save! And a big save, another save! Johnson scores! The Leafs have opened the scoring, and it's Mitch Marner!
I'm pleased that the guys didn't approach the playoffs as if we were guests. They didn't come in here for just for the experience. They came in here to compete.
Martin swinging it back for Boyle. Boyle back to the goal. Scores! Scores! Are you kidding me? Kapanen slots it home. What a brilliant pass from Brian Boyle, and the Leafs win it in overtime.
The entire city was buzzing, I think, and excited. The fan base here is amazing, so it was very fun to come back here and play.
Usually you try and take the crowd out of it, and just focus on, the game, but there's certain times where you can't ignore them.
Stop on the far side for Bozak. Centering pass, scores!
It was a very tight series, tight checking. And we're one bounce away from being one bounce away. And that's forcing a Game 7. You never know what could happen. And it would have been fun, but wasn't to be.
That's knocked down, they score!
It sucks. You always want to end on a good note. You want to end being on top and winning. And it's always tough losing. But it stings the day after, and it stings for a couple weeks. But then you look back on the season and the amount of progress our team made, and kind of the support we got from the city, and it makes you feel good.
It was an unbelievable positive year for us. We made the playoffs, but we finished 8th, and we're out. It's important to enjoy the small steps you make and get ready and understand how hard it's going to be. It's hard to make the playoffs in the National Hockey League. The environment here is spectacular, second to none. The guys have had a taste of it now. In order to have that, we got to get better.
This year we had 30 teams, and 16 make the playoffs. 14 do not. When I started playing in this league, there were 21 teams, and 16 made the playoffs, and 5 didn't. I look at some of the teams that missed this year that were even considered potential Stanley Cup favorites. It is a hard league to make the playoffs.